Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this is the Thunder Show, aka the only wine show on the internets that has a ridiculous, over-the-top East Coast wine host. But he knows a little something about wine. I know he's a little over the top, but don't be surprised. He'll kick a little knowledge. And today we're going to kick a little knowledge. Now, it's a Friday, and you expect me to be on the couch, but I'm not, because I've been so yearning to be back at the table. I've been gone for so long, it seems now, and it's just great to be home. Obviously, let's go through the rundown of checklist things before we get into the three wines that we have today. First, big thank you to the Ellen DeGeneres Show, Ellen and the whole team there, Cara Hogan and all the peeps back in LA and Burbank. It was a great experience yesterday on the show. I hope a lot of people got to check it out. Hopefully there'll be some links on the internet. As of right now, there is none, but it was tremendous, and I just got a bunch of phone calls and emails that I was mentioned pretty heavily again in today's show that aired. So that's a lot of radness in 1 week on the Ellen DeGeneres Show, and I just want to thank them for the tremendous hospitality. I had an amazing time in LA all last week. I'm sorry for all the people I was unable to see. I was on a tight schedule, but it was a great week on the West Coast. But it's great place to visit, and it's good to be back home and doing the show. If you did not check out yesterday's episode, a little montage that the guys put together for me while I was gone, it was pretty over the top awesome. So please check that out, because I know a lot of people didn't see it because it came out so late last night, a little 9 p.m. start time. Other than that, what I want to talk about, I want to get on a little bit of a rant. Did a lot of emails while I was gone. A lot of people asking me to do shows on non-California, Oregon, Washington State, and New York State wines. Virginia, North Carolina, Idaho, Illinois, Montana, Texas. I am super on board. The problem is that no distributors in New Jersey that I have to buy wine from really carry these wines. So, if you want me to focus on these wines, please zap me. I'm thrilled to take a delivery and put them on the show. I would love to do more wines from North Carolina, from, Puerto Rico, from New Mexico, Brazil, wherever. I know I'm talking about non-American places now, but obviously definitely other states, Ohio and all these other radical states, except when we go to Ohio, when we play the Bengals, I'm not going to be really happy on Ohio wine. But very much interested. I'm sorry, don't be mad. Please don't be mad at the player. Hate the game. And the game right now is not allowing me to bring on these wines on the show. So if you want to help me out, if you want to see these wines on the show, zap me. We'll figure something out. Before I get into wine, one last thing, which has gotten a lot of people ranting and raving, is the Vaniac Cab project. A lot of people trying to figure out where we're going with that. I apologize. Absence of voice is the worst thing, but I had a tape beforehand. Didn't realize the brouhaha that would incur while I was away. I will address a lot of things and be putting a lot of things to bed on Monday, but please know the poll that we're going to take to basically make the project is only going to tally the vote of the people that are buying the Vaniac Cab. So don't get your panties in a bunch. We're going to get focused on that next week. Monday, we will attack it. It'll be a very Vaniac Cab type show on Monday. But today's show's got 3 wines. Specifically, I picked these wines because they were pent-up demand from viewers. A couple of curiosity things. 2005 in Burgundy is building up to be a tremendous vintage. This is the Jean Charton Clos de la Combe 2005 Bourgogne Chardonnay. It is $13 US. It is 100% Chardonnay, and it is coming from a vintage that everybody is calling one of the great Burgundy vintages in a long time. A lot of people don't realize they can get great white Burgundy at very fair prices. A lot of people have been asking me to try this. I've been dying to try this, so here we go. It's got a nice little light color, little golden-esque. Let's give it a little bit of a smell factor on this. Let's see what kind of bouquet it's bringing. A little bit of chalk dust coming through on the nose right off the bat. I'm getting a little subtle green apple meets pineapple juice. Like the pineapple that's in the can juice, and you got the pineapples in it, and you pull it out and then you just drink the juice. Not me, but I heard Mott does that. Let's give this a whirl. Nice body, good freshness in the palate. I like that. Nice acidity, pretty good balance, pretty standard green apple flavor profile. Finishes a little off. I'm a little concerned by the plastic taste that I get in the finish, almost like an action figure action on the finish. Now, let's hope this wasn't made in China, and there will be no more Thunder Show next week. I don't know, kind of awkward on the finish. I'm not thrilled with the everlasting taste. It's almost like a relationship. I mean, you could have the greatest 2-year relationship with somebody, but if the final taste of that relationship is not so good, if it ended on a sour note, if it was poor or sad or mean, you're not looking back so fondly, even though there was so much built up to that final moment, that last week, that shocking phone call, that letter that came in a Chinese star form, whatever it is. Kind of reminds me of this wine. I think there were some good things building up, but it finishes so poorly that I just can't get excited about the wine. A lot of nice things. I'm going to score the wine 82 points overall. A little Antoine Randall L action. But all in all, not going to really be able to recommend this to the Vayner Nation, and I would just say pass with a couple of Z's. Let's go in a different direction, and now let's go to this, and I'm super jammed, pumped up, 1990 MC Hammer, style on this, because I'm pretty excited. This is the Kim Crawford Techian Brillant 2004 Chardonnay, $17 US, rated 91 points by the Wine Spectator. Kim Crawford is making very sought-after Sauvignon Blancs and has been very popular in the U.S. for a long time now. They're making very good wines, and there's a lot of people that are telling me this rounds up with $50 white Burgundy. So, if that is true, this is going to be one of the excitement recommendations of the year. 17 bones, very fair price, really beautiful color. Golden in its approach, a little golden graham cereal action, really like it. You can get in there and see it on the pour. Very yellow-esque, really quite, almost like a highlighter. It's really quite, it's buzzing. It almost, it's definitely, I almost feel like it's radioactive and I should be scared of it. Let's give it a little bit of a smell. There's a little oak monster, not too bad, like kindergarten oak monsters in here. Crazy amounts of buttered popcorn coming through. Very fruity, very, very vibrant on the nose. There's almost like a baked bread in heavy butter mixed with popcorn, definitely wood action going on in this nose. This is a very intense nose. I'm very torn whether I really like it or I really hate it. It's kind of like Hollywood gossip, I'm going to go with a little bit too over the top for me. Let's see what's going on in the palate. I don't see how people can compare this to white Burgundy. It's much more California-esque on the nose. Grab my hand, come with me, let me take you to any aisle of any wine shop in America, and I'm going to give you 2 bottles of wine that will cost you less than $17, that are going to give you this artificial crap, bull crap, over-oaked Chardonnay action, which I got to be very honest with everybody at home right now, I'm kind of tired of. I do not understand by any stretch of the imagination how something with a crap load of butter and throw me a crap load of oak and give me a 91 point wine that has no structure, no acidic balance, no mid palate, and nothing but a palate ender, a finish that only makes me want to crave for H2O. I am never going to understand how people can score these wines 91 points, insanity, and think that they're giving somebody out there who's reading their magazine any kind of value whatsoever. It really, really makes... And why is Lionel now drinking it? I mean, people like this style. See, even the Thundercat likes it. I can't be mad. Listen, I can't sit here and go completely crazy when I'm the guy who tells you to not listen to me, to not listen to Spectator, but to trust yourself. There are plenty of people who appreciate and like this style. I get it. However, be aware that you can get this style at very, very, very average price points. $6, $7, $8. There are plenty over oaked, over buttered Chardonnays. Buy 2 bottles. Heck, buy a Magnum. You can even buy Woodbridge Chardonnay. Can bring that kind of action if you like it. I'm giving this wine a major pass. I give this wine 81 points. 81's a good score. I'm not killing it because they're, nah. I'm giving this wine 74 points. Who cares about points? I do not understand how people think that's good wine. Pico Madama, 2004, Montes Petit Verdot blend, 50-50. Now, what's really interesting about this is, one, it's 28 US dollars, and it's almost Curtis Martin Day in New York Jets land. Number two, the Petit Verdot is aged for 13 months in French oak. The Montes is aged in American oak for 13 months. So really cool how they do that. Then they bring them together, 50-50. Comes from Humilia, which is a really nice and explosive and exciting kind of area within Spain. $28. If you've been watching the Thunder Show for any time now, you know that I'm a huge fan of Petit Verdot. It is a very under-the-radar grape. You will not see Petit Verdot lined or listed in many wines. It is a component of many Bordeaux wines. I think it brings a lot in color. I also think it's got much more flexibility and structure and ability than people give it credit for. So I think that's important to keep in mind. I'm being distracted because I saw a new employee I haven't noticed. 28 Bones. Marcel Martinez, the winemaker, is very respected. I'm excited about trying this. It's got very nice color. I'm definitely excited because Jay Miller is giving it 93 points, a wine critic I respect. And most of all, I'm excited because I'm prejudiced towards Petit Verdot. I'm going in preconceived notions, everything I tell you shouldn't do, but let's give it a little bit of a sniff. Very awkward nose. Wow. I don't like it at all, actually. It actually almost smells matterized, almost like a sherry. I almost feel... There's something off with this wine. This is somewhere to get back into the show. I don't know if this is cooked. I don't think it's corked. There's something off with this wine. There's clearly... This wine's somewhat affected, I believe, by heat damage. So I'm going to have to do some homework. This is a brutal Friday show. 2 passes and a messed up wine. This is the world of wine. You never know what you're going to get yourself into. We had a 93.1, a 91.1, a wine that everybody's been emailing me and telling me that is the best thing since sliced bread, and I really think we went for an over. But that's what we do on the Thunder Show. We don't hold back, and we tell you what we think, and we tell you what's with it. Quick random thought. Kanye West's new album, Homecoming, is by far the best song. If you have not checked that out, you need to. What else? John Kitna, Nicole Richie, and Faith Hill's birthday today. Little fun fact, actually. I want to do the birthdays. It's kind of funny. Those 3 people. John Kitna. I don't know. It's good to be back. I missed you guys. I appreciate it. Bear with me with the Vaniac cab. Please don't get upset. Please, big picture. When you think about your family and friends' health first, everything else becomes easy. Take it from me. It becomes stupid easy. Question of the day. Where are you going? Because you, with a little bit of me, I'm here all next week. I can't wait. We're changing the wine world, whether some people like it or not.